What's going on YouTube? Lopez back here with another video. As you can tell by the title of the video, I think I say this at the beginning of all my videos, this is going to be about missing class, high school versus college. Now, why would I make a video like this? It's something I've just been thinking about, because sometimes if you miss class in college, professors, they'll tell you it's not that big of a deal. Let me actually get into the reason behind everything. Let's start with high school, okay? It's a big deal to some people, but not to others. Now, when I'm saying this, I'm talking about kids, not so much teachers, but kids, and also sometimes their parents. Now, some kids, they don't mind missing class at all. You know, I had some friends who would, if they were like 5 minutes late, they were like, may as well be 30 minutes late. So they would go on ahead, they would stop for food, coffee, whatever they wanted to get. And there's also some parents that will pretty much be the same way. And if you're barely sick, you just got like a stomach ache, they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, you can stay home. Now, not all parents are like that. Some, you could have the flu and they'd be like, I don't care, you're going to school. I mean, it's high school, you have to go. But that's the thing, it starts to get different throughout the years. When you're a freshman and a sophomore, it's really a big deal that you go to class. A lot of parents and even kids will be hard on themselves about going to class and stuff like that. Then once you start getting into the junior and senior year, you get to the point where you're like, you know, is it really that big of a deal if I'm late to this class? They may not even count it. So it really does differ throughout the years. Now, moving on from high school into college, it really doesn't become a big deal until you start doing bad in the class. Now, some schools, they'll tell you that you have like excessive absences, stuff like that, but in all reality, your professor, they'll tell you, we're not going to drop you as long as you're doing good in class. If you start doing bad, we're going to ask you to talk to us, and if we think it's best, we'll end up having to drop you from the class. But most professors really don't seem to like to do that. And that's really the whole thing. I mean, as long as you do well, they just really don't mind. And they'll even tell you at the beginning, one of my professors, she told us she would see, literally, there was one kid that would never come to her class except for the review day, and then he would ace the test, and then that would be it. Like, that's all he would do in that class, and she was perfectly fine with that, because he actually did good in the class. So some classes you really just don't even need the lectures. You just come in on their review day and they'll be like, all right, whatever, here you go, this is what's going to be on the test. I mean, they're better than high school in that way. They tell you what's going to be on the test. It's never really a surprise what's going to be on your exam. So, you know, it really becomes less of a big deal later in high school, and then once you get into college. Now, I'm not encouraging like skipping class or anything like that. You know, some days you just don't feel like going, but really don't just go out and start skipping class, because I said it's not really a big deal. Your professor might think that it is a big deal. So, you know, really, thanks for watching the video, guys. I don't think this actually wasn't that short. It was about 3.5 minutes. It felt a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be, maybe because I had it all kind of planned out and everything. But like I said, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you have any suggestions, something you want to hear me talk about or hear my opinion on, leave it down in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe, come back for more. Thanks for checking out my channel. Peace.